Good morning. Oh, Raimu gave me his stream points for finding the bug. Crashed his server yesterday. I'm gonna delete some little test databases. Prop database. If I can type this morning. Smallstar. I'm looking at Smallstar. Seems pretty neat. Strings are stack allocated if they are up to 22 bytes long. Longer than 22 bytes, but substrings of WS. Such strings consist solely of consecutive new lines followed by spaces. Mustafa, morning. Vodka, good morning. Oriole. Hold on just one moment. I gotta reload my preview here. Video cut out on me. I don't know why. Alright, here we go. That's better. Yeah, I was looking at this. This looks pretty cool. Smallstar. Pretty neat. Alright, got that. Oh, and last night I got the updated version of Godot downloaded. Nice. Okay, and today a little further with some of the tests. When I run the test now, it's actually bailing out because it's trying to make images. And I'm wondering about this. When I'm doing tests, do I really want it saving images to disk? I don't think so. Or at least I want images being saved to disk that can be cleaned up. I don't actually validate the images. I could just omit this. So if you look over here on the right side, load island and save. Okay. Cosmos failed putting a new PNG for the island. It's doing that because there's no such file or directory. Oops, make the other one large. Trying to save to test images, yada yada. Right. Oh, wow. Musing just had his results. So I'm gonna try to figure out what we want from the tests. I think it'd be nice if I could check that the images were actually made. So if they do end up on disk, that's cool. But I think they should still be deleted at the end. But right now I don't want them. As right now they're just kind of a side effect. What am I using this for? I'm using, where does Cosmos get called from? Here, Game Master. So I could put some structure for this instead. Something else that implements this trait. Just to make it a little bit more generic. Huh. Museum's got some cool graphs going on. So I think tossing this into some sort of structure that implements a trait so that I can basically wrap that out. Yeah, here we have persist island data, which really saves a PNG. Got all sorts of issues to go along with it, but ideally I would use the same Rust code in the client, be able to generate the data from a seed. I think eventually I'll get there. I'm just not there yet. What do I do with this one? Just calling load island. Trying to figure out how deep in this is. Game master load actor, I see. Now what do we want to... So if I wanted to make that generic, I'd have to put something in here for like Cosmos and pass in Cosmos here, whatever I want to implement it. In the case of the tests, well, that could be something else than the default one. Or just make Cosmos work with either case. I would like it to just work. So maybe we can, oh, here's the test for the island generation. So when we save the island PNG, we need to know where it's trying to save it to. And this is what it's trying to do. File create. Huh. Know about file. So right now it tried to create that image somewhere. I don't know where it's trying to create it. If we look, there's test images here. I don't know where test images is supposed to be. Where am I? I'm in server test. I moved it there. Let's move it up one. Still no dice. I wonder what the CWD is when it goes to make that. Like, what is the full path of this? See if we can print that out. Path does something. Come on. Oh, what is this? This is a path buff? Oops. That extension. Path from, etc., etc. Now it looks like I'm using a partial path. Yeah. Look at their documentation. Local documentation is the best. Path buff. No Googling, it's just there. How do we get the full path? Into OS string? Methods from dref. Let's see if it's absolute or relative. I'm guessing it's relative. Really can't be the other way. Returns true if the path has a root. Nope, that's not what we want. Returns the final component of the path for a file name. It's file stem. It's the file name without the extension. Okay, go back here. Get the environment's current working directory. I might need to extract that out to a variable. try again. How's everyone today? Okay. What was our CWD on this? Oh, error not present. What? Oh, should I be looking for PWD instead? Yeah, probably PWD. Let's see where it's actually running this. Because as long as that directory exists, I can set it in the environment and everything's fine. Happy Thursday, Carter. Museum's got some cool graphs going on over there. Just trying to save it to there / test images. All is that / oh. Yeah, let's try running that test again, see what it goes like. It was Criterion, wasn't it? The crate that he was using? Wanted to favorite that. That and small stir. Did that work? Not found. No such file or directory. Oh, come on. I really do wish I knew where it was trying to save that. I mean, the current working directory, I think, is that. And we're trying to save test underscore images into that directory. Can I touch? Yeah, okay, that works there. Oh, oh, there's actual stuff in there. Red, panicked, unwrap, error, not found that such file or directory. 46. You gotta be kidding, because there are a bunch of images in there that I didn't create. Test images, everything, all this test images. Okay, that's empty from the test. Alright, now it's just waiting for that message. Okay, so where did I move that from? I moved that from when I was in the server directory. Move test images into server. And the test again. This is so silly. There's an image. It has data in it. So it found it, and it was able to do that. Oh shoot, that is the right place. Okay. This is a different error. Fine. I'll leave that directory there. I'll add it to the ignores. Okay, so server test images star server test images. No, it's empty. Get status. Need like a keep me in there. See islands. Images generated for islands during integration tests. Are saved here. Okay. We'll add that. Get rid of some of that. Can go away. And go ahead and save that. What was the error we were getting? Actor mod 81. unwrap on this. Okay, so it's trying to take that into a try into. What kind of packet is it? Oh, we got past the other element there. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so it's a success callback. Callback success is none. Good. Now our try into on this failed. Cool. So in this case, I wonder what that is. We should have some packet data here. We could probably debug it. But if this is a callback success, the outgoing packet is one of those. I would have expected that to work. Invalid type, integer 0, expected bytes. Okay. So after we select the actor, we receive the channel change. The last thing that the server does, we have load actor. And we get this status callback. Interesting, it's a status callback. Should make sure the callback ID is the same. What's a status callback return? Just the status. So its status we should be able to check is success. Error number success, of course. We gotta pull that in. Okay, let's clean up the imports. Get actor callback. Rate goes at the top. I wish it would kind of join those for me. Okay, so we were in the middle of that. It looks like that worked. We do not have a return type when we select the actor. So we could return the actor ID again. We don't have anything back from the game server that we can give back. Where were we? We were in account character. That's where we were calling select. Okay, first, to get actors, make sure it's empty. Create actor. We debugged it out. Okay. To get actors again, made sure that it's not empty. We should make sure that the actor's in the list. Okay, we'll leave that for a moment. We select the actor, and that puts him into the game. Nice. That's like the entire login flow right there. I wonder if that actually works for the real client. Where's Godot? Let's fire that up. Make a new one. Create account. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I was seeing that earlier too. They couldn't actually find that. Is that actually in the database? Where's Postico? That was for the islands. So somebody's island was created. I forgot, I copied the ID though. That looks like row 2? Yeah, that's the one up here, that's this one. It is there. Interesting. We drop them. Wonder what we should do in that case. Well, CID. I want to double check and make sure the C here was in the database. The BB6D had a bug earlier. Yeah, that C isn't in there. Island.cid. BB6D. Unless I'm using the wrong database. It should be that database. I don't think this is anything. Oh, that's probably like the production one. It's empty. Those C's should have this in it. As it goes through and it builds up the island. I'm fetching home island of this, getting island ID of such and such. So this actor that we just created, if we follow this logic, the way that it creates an island is it looks up the biome info. It chooses one of these at random, okay, based on their spawn rate. So people are more likely to end up on desert islands than anything else. And the CID is right here for those. So I wonder, what was the CID? It was BB6D. Ah, that CID, my main database is actually butchered. BB6D isn't over here in the actual Cs. All right, go back to the code. Database URL, we'll do that. Diesel database reset. Oh, it's not going to be able to do that if I'm in Postico. There it goes, close out Postico. There we go. Set up. Migration. Oh, we can list them. Okay, now let's try running the server again. There we go. Log in. Connect, log in. Oh, of course. I just dropped everybody out of the database. We'll have to create an account. Busy fuzzy at. Okay. Oh, yay. And that got us into the client. Log in. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's actually what I wanted to see. I know that we have a link dead bug that if I go in right now with the same account, it's not actually going to work. What we saw there was a little timing issue on the client. Okay. Shut down the client for a bit so that we can get link dead working on the server. close out of Godot real quick. There we go. Back there. This is the create account and log in. That's fine. We're going to do something very, very similar for LinkedIn. Trying to paste out of a certain buffer. Almost, okay. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. Trying to be clever with Vim buffers. Why don't we extract that out to some other utility function? I just can't have same code in the same place there. Where should we put that? Server, server. Maybe in setup. Kind of weird having those files dependent on each other. Okay. What do they call those? Like in integration tests or unit tests, this set of things that you tend to use over and over and over again. It's kind of like utils, but not like tests had a better name for it. Let's just create another module. It's almost like test utils. They're like chunks, like chunks of test stuff. Gonna ask the Oracle. I think like Rails has a good name for this. I just don't remember what it is. Like Gherkin or something like that. Let's look real quick. Browser. Let's see. How do you spell Gherkin? Gherkin? IR? Oh my goodness. Got it right. Common terms. Feature, scenario. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Oh, go away. Go away. Selenium, yada yada. No. Okay. I think I was just considering it to be like I was remembering like scenario. It does really feel like kind of setup stuff though. Let's put it in here. Of function of async function. So we will call this login. Let's see, no, create. It's everything up to like getting into the game server. Don't want to put it all in the same name because let's see, it would be create account actor, create account and actor and join, something like that. No cool acronyms in there. CAAAJ. Something like that, yeah? No. We can just add some documentation on it. So we're in setup. This will be called setup. What'll it look like? Setup. Setup. Account, no. Setup. Setup gameplay. Something like that. That looks nice. See that. Alright, we will need a stream ID. We'll also need the server. And mutable. Server channels. That's it. Now, what are we going to need back from that? We need the account ID. We'll probably need a couple of things, won't we? Account ID, actor ID. Something. All right. Before we get too far. So in this case, we create account and log in. We don't actually want to do that on two different things though. Create account and actor. It's more like what we want here. Create account, create actor. Then we want to select the actor. We have to do a get actors. Toss that in there. And then select actor. Game ID. Create account. Create actor. Get actors. Select actor. Okay, so we'll take the and that. At this point, we need the actor ID. Let actor ID equals that. We should be able to get an actor ID back. Yeah, that's coming from one of my scenarios. Count actor. Reasoning about which module is in which scope with these different integration tests is rather difficult. Does that actually work? Oh, it does. Okay. Quick fix that. Good. Yeah, that's all of them. Gameplay is not used yet. And technically it's a little different than this one, isn't it? This one is, I create the account on one connection. There we go. Still need a couple things in here. And then set up gameplay. Give the stream ID that we want to use. I didn't do connected or disconnected though. We'll do that. Set up gameplay. We'll choose stream ID 8 and pass server. Mutable server dot await. There we go. Okay, now the purpose of LinkDead though is to disconnect and log in and connect again using the same server. We're going to do this again. So connect once. reconnect. And that should test the LinkedIn flow. Need to change 8 to like 9. Okay. Now this should cause the server to panic, because that's I think what it does right now. When you try to link, when you're linked dead and you log back in, and back into linked dead. Good test to make it panic, yes. I would definitely like linked dead to work because I've been struggling with it in my development cycle. I have to keep remembering which actors I've logged in as. All right. Do linked dead. Do this test -- linked dead -- no capture. Forgot to save it though. And then we'll get into using kind of Tokyo's timing utilities so that we can accelerate time and run tests on the server much, much faster. I would like to be able to log into the home island, navigate like north, south, east, west, whichever direction, and warp the big island and be able to come back. That would be a pretty big test, but it would exercise quite a few things in here. I think it could be done very, very quickly. We are accelerating. Why is this looping? What's going on here? Why does it think it's changing all the time? Is it because it's creating an image? I wonder if it's because it's creating images. Let's move that just to make sure. Where are we? We're in Legacy Server Legacy. Let's move the images that the tests create out of this workspace. Yeah, sadly I already added it. Resource stage to unstage it. Server, test images. I want to move that up one directory from where I am. That should now be at / test images. Okay. Let's adjust this. So we went from here up 2 directories. That means these test images not correct. Tab dot dot slash dot dot slash. Okay, let's see if we can run. Oops, not that. See if we can run the same test now. Good. Now it didn't create something else. Yay. Panicked. Unreachable code. That's what we wanted. Okay, that's a good change there. The link did working. Do I mean literally or in the game? I lost the context, I'm sorry. Are you talking about the time? I was talking about making time go faster. But we can actually set the tick interval very, very quick. But we can also mess around with time if I instrument the game server. Use Tokyo time. And here, Tokyo has a couple of cool modules. One of them is time, utilities for time tracking. And if I use their instant here, there's some structs. If I use Tokyo time instant instead of standard time instant, then I can, in my test code, influence time. Or at least how the game server is perceiving time. So you can pause, you can do all sorts of stuff. You can advance time, delay 4, you can do all sorts of cool stuff. So specifically advance. Increments the saved instant now by duration. Subsequent calls to instant now will return the results of the increment. So yeah. I just have to change the game server to use the Tokyo time instant instead of the standard time instant. I'm hoping this makes it easy. I'm looking forward to having the game server run quickly because of it. I think that'll be really, really nice. Okay, back code. Gotta find the window. There we go. Because these are microseconds. Okay. So what is the bug here? The bug is duplicate key constraint. Oh, interesting. I tried to create the same account twice. That's why this account failed. Well, that's a valid test, but not what I was going for. Kick. Good morning. How are you? Kicks? I'm not sure how to say that. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so yes, I did get this. This isn't quite right because we are creating an account with each one of those. Let's, instead of creating the account, let's use login. You know what? LinkedIn's going to be a little special. We're going to do some of that. Let's go back into account character stuff where we just want to log in. login get actors. Login get actors. We're doing that twice. Good, fine. We're going to be choosing the first actor in the list. What is actors here? Get actors returns a type actor list. Which is what? It's a box slice of tuples of actor IDs to names. Okay, so that means 0.0 on the list. I'm doing well, thank you. You have no idea about Rust or Godot. Oh, you have a Python course in university. That's cool. Very cool. And what are you guys doing with that? Doing some kind of number calculations, parsing, just kind of intro to programming. I think this will work. The stream ID, oh, in this case is 9. There we go. Oh, for all programming stuff. Now, it depends on what you mean by programming logic. Because there's different types of things in programming. There's like data structures. Logic is kind of, when I think logic, I think like conditional things, flow control, if, else, while. But that tends to be more kind of decision-making things in the code. There are a number of really good books out there on kind of design patterns, and there's a couple different books on the design patterns. There's the Four Horsemen design pattern book. See if I can find that real quick. Yeah, there's a bunch of different design patterns book. This one here, I'll give you the link in a moment, is the classic one. Yeah, how do you, whatever. Let's see. Oh, wrong tab, there we go. Now this is like the very classic kind of CS design patterns book. But I'm not sure if you're asking for something like that or something before that, because there's a lot of stuff that comes before that. Actually, if you're learning Python, there are some great kind of exercises to kind of get more familiar with Python. I personally like and use with Rust, exercism.io. They have a lot of different exercises in different programming languages. So just take a look at that as well. And that's good for just finding little nuances, helping to just get practice with some of the data structures that Python will have. How do you use a list? How do you use a dictionary? But it has little things like finding prime numbers or printing out the lyrics for 100 bottles of beer on the wall. And it goes through a bunch of different exercises that kind of just help you get more comfortable with the language you're using. And there's mentors on there as well. I'm guessing it's pretty popular. Mentors on there probably have a lot of time right now. Other things that are kind of fun to go along with would be the advent of code. There's, I think, a couple years of these. So if you get into bigger things, advent of code is like a series that kind of builds on itself. But I should not yet have a location. Good. Okay, this I think is the panic. Actually, it didn't. Oh, it did panic. Panicked at that. That's the LinkedIn bug. This is good. I'm going to get status. Get to the point in here. I want to add some of these things. I want to stash them already. Messages, migrations, server, because I have a lot of stuff in here that I don't want to screw up. Oh yeah, and if you're getting into coding, also get into source control. There we go. Test images, readme. I don't want all of those though. Oh, no. Don't be, sorry for that. I am learning how to do Rust coding. People come in here and actually help me with coding Rust. So I'm more than happy to help other people like with coding stuff. I mean, I'm not going to do your homework for you, but if you have, questions or something's kind of puzzling you, by all means, ask away. Let's see, we need to edit our get ignore for this. We have one there. This is the top level here, get status. Okay. We're going to ignore everything in that directory .png. There we go. Missing the moon. Hey, good morning. I only have ramen. Hey, good morning. Welcome. How was your stream? What do you do? You will become the best game developer. Live in Japan. Cool. Nice. Well, welcome. All right, get status. I'm always doing that stuff. I should just add an ignore for those. All right. So for everybody that just joined, I'm working on a game server in Rust, the Rust programming language, and a game client in Godot. They communicate over TCP, and the game is a bit like randomly generated islands in the world. It's all dev art right now. There's going to be kind of resource harvesting and building of things, but also adventuring. The game server is designed for large amounts of players, so thousands or tens of thousands. So I will be needing people to test this out in the future. So load test, that sort of thing. Hopefully in a couple weeks. We'll see. I keep saying that. It's been like a couple weeks for, what is it, 3 months now, 4 months? But we did rebuild the entire server in that time. So it's actually now testable, and we're working on integration tests. I have a link dead bug that we're working on right now. Oh, Jemmett, yeah, dev art for the win. I'm actually okay not having a ton of viewers. I would rather have people that are like interested in like game dev and stuff like that instead of like gameplay at the moment. So go for kind of like a slow build on viewership. But yeah, if I were to toss like MMO in the stream title or something like that, it would just be a lot of people just like attracted to that sort of thing. I don't want to do that. Rust and Godot though, basically building an MMO. Procedurally generated. Can't wait to get to quests. That'll be fun. Procedurally generate quest islands. That'll be cool. Okay, so in this case, create LinkedIn account. Now we're just testing LinkedIn here. Just gonna call it LinkedIn, auth LinkedIn. Okay. This is gameplay LinkedIn. There we go. We just want to do that one test right now. And much more technical people. Yeah, can I get that balance going? At the moment, there is so much Rust code going on that I think that it would be unsatisfying for people that wanted the beauty. I mean, once we get a little further, maybe. Good. Okay. We got. We should not yet have a location. Game master, source, data. Let's toss on the Rust backtrace there. I want to see what the call stack looks like in this case. There's our test. We're using Tokyo. Lots of Tokyo. or call once, legacy game master here. Let's go top down here. There's the unwind. Okay, right there. Set player initial location. Okay, it should not be setting their quote unquote initial location anyways, because they're already connected. Oh, I see where this went wrong. So in Game Master load actor, there is a fork in the road. So when somebody joins the game, load actor gets called. We end up parsing a packet. This is the load actor packet. It has some information on it. We check to make sure that this connection has access to this to control this actor. Some tracing. And we check to see if they're in the linked timeout system. So this result here will determine if we load them for the first time or if it's a subsequent load, as in they're already in the linked system. The problem is that they're not in here yet. Yeah, Jemint, I completely understand. It is a lot of Rust coding right now. I think that once the infrastructure, kind of like the base server system is in there, it'll be a lot less Rust coding. We'll probably go through, add some sort of feature, and then have to integrate it end to end, right? Quest systems, inventories, all that sort of stuff. But right now it's a boatload of Rust code. And mostly because we're rebuilding it. We're basically took Actix out. I had been using the Actix framework and wanted to use async await and have better integration tests. So here we are. So linked timeouts is not getting the message. Okay, cool. Let's see what happens when somebody goes linked dead. In Game Master, just going to trace this in. When we process a packet, we look at the kind of the packet. Is this too far in? Let's see, this is too far in. That's the those are the packets that have gotten past the stream filter. Here's the stream filter. So if somebody is disconnected due to a channel change, they're fine. Is that even possible right now? I don't even think that's possible. Oh, this is server. Server, game master, channel change. No, currently you can't do that. Unreachable. All right, now in this case, when somebody gets stream disconnected, we remove their state. Tell the game master that the player is linked dead. Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, I saw this one coming. And Cat Emma, thank you for the follow. All right, so what does Game Master need in order for somebody to go linked dead? Currently, people will stay in the game for n number of seconds, right? It's a configuration value. So they will stay in the server. We just have to let them know. Game Master. Good look. Does have handle disconnected and handle linked at timeout. We can look at that old code and see if that can be resurrected. Because one of them is if you've been disconnected, I think. The other is when you're timeout has happened. Yep, there's the old TCP server code. Let's start there. That's just saying, hey, somebody got disconnected. That's fine. Game master disconnected. So what do we do here? Record some metrics. Then we consider how somebody could be leaving. Because they went link dead, they gracefully disconnected, or server instantiated, like they're being a bad apple. So if they go link dead, get the environment variable, change the, let's see, what is this doing? The timed message that we are sending to ourselves in a minute. Interesting. Okay. So we basically send ourselves this information. The player ID is sent to ourselves in so many milliseconds. Okay, got it, got it. I think we have another data structure that is going to be used instead of that. It's the delay queue system. Self data write, linked at timeouts, insert. I wonder what that is. Okay, so basically two things. We're just setting up the timer and notifying data. Anything else? Oh, player to zone. Yes, for the zone broadcasts, so they don't get broadcast to anymore. Okay, so three things. Probably make a note of that. Some paper. Zone broadcast. Delay notification. And then what was the other one? Oh. Yeah, having them in the LinkedIn timeouts. Okay. There we go. That's good. Let's go look at the first thing that we do. Set a marker here so we can bounce back and forth. Let's go look at the data. I don't think data has that anymore, but let's go look. Game master data. Data has the outgoing packet stream, which is fine, and the map of these two elements. So zone to entities and entities to zone. So the other thing on the list was to remove them from that. What were we doing for that? It was down here. Oh, I see, but when somebody goes linked at, we notify everybody else that's in the zone. Right, so that they could put like some sort of little disconnected icon on them or something like that. That's interesting. I don't know if we want to do that there. Go back to Game Master. In Game Master, we have the start tick, etc. It's too far. Just process. I'm wondering if we should actually be processing that as another kind of packet here. Because right now, server filters that out. Again, we convert that into a packet that Game Master can handle, and then Game Master should have a bunch of information which is local to it, such as the delay queue. So Game Master has the link dead timeouts on it. It also has data and the ECS. Yeah, let's convert that packet as it's coming through with a filter. Because at this point, where we do the processing, we need something that's an incoming message, the packet. Wonder if I have a link dead packet. Doesn't look like it. Might make one then. Or does ID? ID? That's a game type, it's not a packet. But yeah, really all we have to do is pass a type ID in. It's a UUID. Okay. Back in server, where are we? We are in Run Game Master. Takes a Game Master stream, connection states, stream for the outgoing packets, database handle, and metrics. Fine. Get a new one of those. New one of these Game Masters. Start up the game tick. And we spawn a handler for the incoming data. So this is fine. We can remove this element from the connection state, but I think that we should convert this type. This filter is used inside of a filter map. We go down to the bottom of this. We actually use filter as a filter map, so we can convert that type as it's coming through. We'll return some and then something. That. In Rust, filters are kind of cool. You can filter elements out of a stream of data, and a filter map lets you also convert them. So you drop or convert stream map, which we will do. So if the connection is graceful, let's go through this. Actually, what is this message? Disconnected. Disconnected. There it is. We do have a message for this. We call it disconnected. Oh, this is going to need some help, but I think it'll work. Okay, yeah, we'll use this. Okay, let's go back. 1, 2. There we go. We will return a sum. I'm disconnected. Like so. Save that. Have Rust Analyzer help us out a little bit. Was there no quick fix on that? It did something. Oh, it gave us a crossbeam channel one? No. There we go. Add that there. Now we have disconnected. Now the entity ID in this case, what? We need to know what the, do we want the actor or the account? I guess technically we should be, eventually it might be possible in the game server for somebody to be able to control multiple actors at the same time. Now, I don't have this set up to handle an array of elements. That's pretty edge casey. Should probably change this to entity IDs. Those are the actors, the actor IDs. And then the reason in this case is going to be, I don't know, graceful, disconnected reason, graceful, or linked dead. I guess technically it's linked dead. I think graceful is going to go away. I don't know if I'm actually going to be using this in the same way that it was used before. This packet is also sent to players in the zone, I see. Maybe I should have two packets for this. One for linked dead and one for something else. Yeah, I think I want an internal message for this. Maybe not this one. I think this one will be handled or used further on in the process in a little bit here. I don't know if I have a way to, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I should just use the same thing. Now, two different situations. One case, I need a list of entity IDs that this person might be controlling. In the other case, we're broadcasting that this single actor has gone linked dead for a specific reason. Okay, slightly different. Messages, source. Linked dead.rs. Struct. Linked dead. Entity IDs. And this will be probably a vector. Vector of type ID. I don't even think I need a reason on this. But we do need to toss a couple extra things on there, because it needs to be a packet. We need to make it look like a packet. Linked dead for packet, linked dead, linked dead. Those two. What is a packet, actually? No, wrong one. Messages off. Or login. Interesting. Incoming message. So this here, we're looking at stream multiplexer. Whoa, stream multiplexer, you're freaking out. Search for types, incoming packet. Incoming packet. Also have a message. Oh, Rust Analyzer is still starting up on that. Here it is. Yeah, stream ID, singular in this case. 215209, good morning. How are ya? Game master, for example, load actor does take incoming message of a packet. We're setting up link dead at the moment, so somebody can go link dead. Oh, he fixed the bug. Oh, wonderful. He messaged me last night. Like, thank you for the help. Here's some points. Yeah, I feel bad. I didn't mean to like do that to his stream. You know, like going through building this thing, and then like, kaboom, and then he gets raided. Got raided by like a ton of people. Good bug though. Not one that you want out in the wild. Oh, the salt was -1. Oh wow. Oh, he wrote that from scratch? My goodness. That's hardcore. Oh, no way. The size, right, because it rolled over. -1 for size T is basically a max number. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. I'm glad he fixed that. It was so awkward. I wanted to show my daughter his game because we were watching his stream, right? And if you guys don't know Raimo, he's um anybody have a link to his stream? But basically he's got this kind of cool web interface. It's a old school style like a adventure where it's all tile based. It's pretty cool. And I couldn't remember what my login was, and he's got an option to log in with Twitch or just log in normally. And I do have like those sort of throwaway accounts I'll use occasionally, so I tried one of those, but it has like the same username as my stream here, so Mr. Halsey, and I couldn't remember what it was. I tried some of the trash ones, tried the Mr. Halsey, and then he says, "Oh, the stream went down, the server died." Oh no, because I couldn't remember what my login was. It was so bad. See, if he had been using Rust, ... Kidding, I kid. Yeah, we need to do incoming packet. All right, we'll just go ahead and make it an incoming message packet. Doesn't mean that we have, it's not like it's going to be a regular packet. You mean like a regular occurrence? This thing shouldn't be happening all the time. Doesn't mean I need serialize and deserialize on it so that it can become bytes. Silly that it's just going to be serialized for a very, very short period of time. That is so silly. Do I have to do it that way? Yes, I do. Because the stream map changes the type of these things. Alright, we'll do it. I'm going to use a login as my template for this though. I'm going to need these. Serialize and deserialize. How many elements are there? Oh, actually, disconnected. Does it have a custom serialization? Oh, okay, it's just like that. Good, good, good. Oh, but that doesn't have a list of things. What about get actors? Let's look at get actors callback. Does have custom serializer on it so that we can serialize the names. Interesting. I don't think I need that for this though. Let's see if we can do it without having to create our own custom serializer for this. Okay, close that and that. There we go. Linked dead IDs basically have one thing. Length 1. Linked dead. Entity IDs. And its type here. Actually, I don't even need custom serialization for this, do I? I should just be able to put serialize and deserialize on there because I'm not omitting any members. Like this one. Yeah, I think we'll do something like this instead. Actually, I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, we'll see. It's kind of going to be internal. I want a couple of these. I want skip. It's already transparent. Oh, I see what I did. I'm only passing the info ID through. Because the structure is transparent and we're skipping one element, which means it's only one thing. Funny. He likes to build a lot of things from scratch. Yeah. The Geek Pirate, thank you for the follow. That he does. Okay, in the case of Link Dead, same thing. Deserialize, serialize. Hopefully we can get away without these. Because this is never getting sent to the client. Usually those other macros I use for removing bytes from the serialization that's going to the client. So we're omitting certain tags from the serialization. Frees up a couple bytes here and there. Yeah. Link dead. Want this for packet. opacity. Oh, this is really, who knows what this is going to be. Usually it's going to be one entry when linked dead here. Let's optimize for one, and if it has to do an allocation to get 2 or 3 or 5, that's fine. Optimize for like the 99% case here. So the size of this will be 16 plus 1 for the type being a UUID, plus another one for the vector. This will be like 81 followed by, yeah, 18 maybe. Debug assert. We'll go ahead and test that out. Data dot. Oh, does that have a length on it? Data dot lang. We'll see. Capacity. Length dead. This is the other thing. Could just try to emit multiple packets instead of one. But I don't think that's possible because we could just say the subject of this link dead thing is such and such. Ooh, I like that so much better instead of having the serialization and deserialization stuff. Yeah. I just don't think it'll fit in the hole we're trying to put this peg into. Okay, let's make sure this gets imported in messages. Messages lib. Top, toss in mod, link dead. Down here, pub, use link dead star. Love how Rust formatter moves those to where it should be. Whoever did Rust formatter, they have the same OCD that I have. Okay. Type ID. Oh, no, not that. It's gonna be game types. Type ID. Good. Packet. Where's packet? Isn't that in this own crate? Packet. What else? It's mutable. Sure. Oh, yes, of course it's not copy. Incoming packet kind. Yes, and that doesn't exist on you. I get that. Link dead. See, I would rather this one here be value as U8, because we already have those values elsewhere. I think based on what we learned the other day, having the types up here and doing an as cast on an enumeration will return of the value of that enumeration here if it's set up like this. But that should be all right. We have a bunch of tests that should blow up if that doesn't work. Okay. Yep. Yes, we have to come back to this. Where were we? We were in LinkedIn. That's where we were. Use bytes mutable. think we also need buff for this. There it is. But it's not at that location. Use bytes buff. Use. Uh-oh. Come on, go away, window. There we go. Oh, is it just there? Okay. I want buff mute. Which is in a different location. Oh. Debug assert equals. Good. Very nice. Alright, well that compiles. This is to go from LinkedIn into a packet, then later we take the data and go back into a LinkedIn packet. Yay. That should work. I don't think I'm missing anything. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. What was the other thing that login had on it? Oh, from bytes and 2 bytes. Yes, we need these. This is a pretty easy thing to set up though. Tab, CW, LinkedIn, save it. Well, bytes, we also want try from. Where does try from originate? Core? Yeah, core goes at the bottom of the list, that's standard. I separate these into 4 different sections. Basically this crate, my other crates, oops, dependencies, and then standard lib. Alright, that's good. Now going back to server, we can set this up. We have an example down below of what's supposed to be happening. Basically going to be creating an incoming message with stream ID. It's a stream ID that's actually getting removed. We'll probably have to push this down inside, because otherwise we're going to fail to check, does this person control these entities? We'll have to move that. And then the packet. We're actually missing something. We're missing packet. Should be this object. Let do I have a cool? No. Let packet equals this. Dot into on that. That should convert it into a packet. Oh, formatter, come back to me. So incoming message here. Then we'll have stream ID. Just pass that through. We also have the value, which is packet.into. We don't need disconnected, we need LinkedIn. I just realized that none of this matters. Right here, all that stuff that we just did. Because the incoming packet will have the stream ID. We could just get the stream ID information, all of the entities, out of this later. So we can create basically an incoming message with an empty value. It just has a stream ID on it. The packet needs to have, I guess we still have to have something, but it doesn't have to have bytes on it. So the serialization should be incredibly cheap. My neighbor's texting me. He's got family in California. He's wondering what the situation is out there. I'm not in California, but I work with people in California. So I was got some ears over there. They send me pictures of stuff. So far, everybody seems to be rather civil. All right, so what do we need in this case? We'll have the kind on there. The data, it's just the stream ID, isn't it? We just need the stream ID. Can I not get the stream ID further in? When we do the process, we have incoming message, and incoming message does have the stream ID. Okay, so I guess all we really need to do is have some sort of value so that we can, some sort of kind on the packet for this value. Okay, I think I'm seeing it now. Basically, LinkedIn as a type itself doesn't really exist. It's more of a packet concept where we might have a packet that has a kind on it, but no subject, no data. So technically the data here could be by its new, just something completely empty. Okay. LinkedIn would basically be kind of a none type. Let's just create something else in here. Struct link dead, impl link dead. We want to pack it. Do we need to pass anything in there? We don't. We don't even need a self on that. Runs a packet. It's basically this stuff here. The link that is essentially just a packet with a. Okay, this should be function packet, public function packet. We're not in a trait. We're not going to be decoding this. We do not need to deserialize. Or try from. Method is never used. Okay, because our struct is not public. Copy, clone, partial, none of this actually matters. Might need to be debug. Well, oh, yeah. Because all we're going to do is use this to create one of those. Okay, let's go back over there to server lib, where our filter is. Not going to be doing that yet. I like the bright orangey yellow there that's added. Link dead. Packet. Oh, where were we? There we are. Ah, match arms have incompatible types. Stream ID, incoming message. Ah, I have a semicolon. That is one of the things in Rust that gets you. They're like, hey, found unit type. And yes, that is called unit type or unit. Everybody else is returning option. Why are you returning unit? Really what they're saying is you're not returning anything because you left a semicolon on the last thing in your statement. Okay, so we'll convert this into an incoming message. That gets filtered and it goes into process here. Process then does something different depending on the packet kind. At this point, say the incoming packet kind is link dead. And instead of that, we can call link dead. Pass the message, the connection state, etc. Okay, so we'll have linked that here. All right, so sorry, neighbor is in my ear. Come on. He has strange hours, so I get him when I can. We need to create self linked dead here. And I think that's what handle linked dead used to be. Was something kind of like this. Let's convert that. Git move. Game master source. Oh, where was it? Was that in? Oh, it was handle disconnected. It's not quite the same anymore. We're gonna move that to game master. Source linkdead.rs. The destination exists. Oh, look at that. And nobody's calling this? I guess not. Okay. Takes one parameter, but two are supplied. Type ID. Oh, fancy. Okay. Send them to the zone. Oh, we can work with that. Make sure that's pulled in as a module. Okay, it is. It's already there. Cool. This is all wrong, but we can fix that. Actually, I need to check on my calendar real quick. Make sure I don't have a meeting coming up. Oh, we're good. Okay. Here we have linked it. Here we have load actors. It looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? Self. We need basically these two things instead of entity ID. So we'll have to take advantage of connection state. Okay, let's fix some of these. Coming message. Packet. Give that a save. Okay, now we're pulling that from the environment and doing some other stuff. We need to get the entity ID or IDs from the connection store. I think the last thing we'll do in here is actually drop them. Or after the check. That's probably better. After the check. We have connection ID, which is a stream ID. Check that. We don't have load actor or anything like that. We need to get the... This needs to be like get entities that this thing controls. Okay. I don't think we need that yet, although it doesn't hurt to have it there. Let's look at this entity control bit. As entity control, we need to take the entities that they do control, or rather remove entity control. Here we can get entity IDs for them. If we just get the entity IDs and then remove. Do we even have a remove? We do. Remove connection. Okay, so we'll do 2 calls. We'll do 2 calls. Get entity IDs. Ah, I was on mute. Okay. Connection state. Oh, entity IDs, not get entity IDs. Just entity IDs. Okay. We have that, entity IDs. Now we want to con state remove connection because it no longer has access to any of that. That's just a boolean. Okay. Well, that should have thrown. I think we can ignore that return. Or we just use it. If that, do this stuff. Other. That's right, that doesn't have that. Okay. If we do that, then inside of here, or entity ID, in entity IDs, do that. Toss on another one of those. UID is not an iterator. Yes. There we go. Do I really want to copy those? I don't know. Can I drain that? I mean, that would be cool if you could just drain an iterator taking ownership of these things. Probably do something else like while some like list pop thing or something like that. Let's go look at what Vector has. Oh, they do have drain. Oh, and it takes a range. I see. Just dot on that. Cool. Oh, NTI. That's right. It has its own special iterator.
Yo, what we about to get into right now, about to cover from A to Z, how I really get down. I'm talking about
Fine.
getting silly, getting wild, happens everywhere, coast to coast. Yeah, I'm talking about that con life. Yeah, I got a delicate balance between what I do for pay and what I do for play. Which would I choose? I don't think that
Con life. Oh, that's funny.
knowing I go two ways. I'm just trying to defy all odds. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I'm trying to strive to the weekend when the con is mine. Pack up my bags, ready, get set, go. Gotta catch my planes, time to jet set, yo. From coast to coast and con to con, like PAX to MacFest to CGF's what we on. Free play, arcades, all slaying, Street Fighter, Walter Beast, I could stay all day. I wish I could game time or even save time, but like an Apple Watch, I gotta show a little FaceTime. So for a great time and chilling at the same time, get the squad together and get faded with some green wine and say bye. Yo, let me see your hands if you got that kind of life. Yeah, you heard me, I ain't gonna ask twice.
Wait, why is this Player to Zone not taking a reference to that? That has a good chance of breaking everything. One more down. There. Okay, let's see if this is correct. So at this point, get the stream ID, get the entities for it, and remove them. If we can remove them, And who knows, maybe there's some sort of race condition or whatnot between those two lines. We iterate over them, updating linked timeouts. Lock, we insert it for n number of seconds. It's fine. If we can't insert, we have some sort of error, internal error. Okay. Then we announce to the room or to the zone that this person is going linked dead. Zone ID. We remove them from the zone. Announce the disconnect to the zone. Zone to zone. Looks good. Is that the 3 things that I'd written down earlier? Where did I put the off that? Oh, let's see. Zone broadcast, check. Delay notify. It's going into linked at timeouts. That's fine. And zone broadcast. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think that should cover it all. Okay, cleaning those up. Another check. Good. Okay. Cargo. Test. Let's see if our test passes now. See if we broke anything else in the process. Oh, some Raspberry Pi stuff. Oh, what is this? Oh, Vim session. Why is Vim session even in there? Status. Modified. Yeah, I wanted to see how this thing would run on a Pi. But I wasn't able to get it to compile because the noise generation didn't have the opcodes for the Raspberry Pi. Let's see if I stop touching things. Will that just finish? Yeah. I think I might have some other stuff set up for the Pi. Kind of like the bridge for the maybe for like the Twitch integration, that sort of stuff. Why is that going so long? Which test is that? Oh, link dead. Link dead. Okay. Hmm. wonder what it's waiting for. It's definitely paused somewhere. Back to link dead. Server test link dead. And we should just be able to get into the game and then disconnect. So it's really just create an account, get into the game, and then disconnect. We reconnect, log in, get the actors, get into the game, and disconnect. So how far did we get? Message 29, message 29. Fetching location from database, loading into ECS, setting position. Did I forget to like await something somewhere? Wait. All right, let's add some print lines to this test. 1, 2. Do it again. Oh wow, it didn't even get to it. Load actor connect. Setting position. Set entity location. So we got there at least. What happens after that? We might have gotten past that. This is entity ID and location. Okay, I'm not seeing why it should be pausing. Add some more of these up here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Again. That was working before, wasn't it? So we were getting down further into the reconnect. I wonder what I broke. Oh, send disconnect. Oh, this is wrong now. Let's make sure I did that for the right spot. So in game master source lib, we have link dead. Okay. So that's where we process it at the end of this chain. Where do we filter that out? All right, bouncing around a little bit. Did timeouts, fine. What's in Game Master? Game Master run something, server. Yeah, okay, so this here is on Game Master. We should have the Game Master stream here. Let's make sure that whoever's calling this is passing the right stream in. GM stream. Okay. We have auth, character, and GM. Those look good. Oh, you know what? I didn't do no capture. That's why we don't see it. There they are. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's 8. Select actor failed. Why? Oh, because the server doesn't always send a response when you're reconnecting. That is correct. Okay. Because now we've gotten past that panic. The server was panicking when it was saying, hey, you're already in the system. You shouldn't already be in the system. Now we've gotten past that, and it's identifying us as correctly being in the system, but it might not actually be sending us the all clear packet. We need to make sure that actually sending the same packet as in the other case. Wow. Okay, so let's fix this. This is in Game Master load actor on the reconnect side of things. And once we load an actor, we get into load actor reconnect. First, before we get into that, let's look and see what load actor actually responds with when everything's done in here. All done. Set initial location, send callback status. It's being called somewhere else. That's a function defined in here. It's not a closure, a local function. If everything goes well, send callback status. Do one of those. Okay. Where's send callback status? And what are we actually sending? Just callback status thing. Got it. Okay, let's trace through the other path. So if we are the load actor reconnect, well, first thing they should do is actually take them out of sort of like the linked dead state. They actually do that? I don't know. Okay. Players reconnecting, trying to stop linked dead time. So how do we actually remove them from linked dead timeouts? So self.linked timeouts dot something. What is linked dead timeouts? to arc mutex delay queue of type ID. And what is, man, we wrote this a long time ago. Insert remove. I see. So whatever value is, they're either in or they're out. We have a hash map around the delay queue. Got it. So what this actually means is Tokyo has a delay queue. Okay. Its delay queue allows you to put something in and that at a future time it will give it up. Okay. Because it's a queue. You say, hey, give me the next thing. It'll give you whatever's ready, whatever's time has come. And the reason that we had to wrap it was because it returns its own special kind of keys. And we needed to be able to map those to some other ID that we know. So we have a hash map of our type to basically their type. So that's why we have that, so that we can operate on a delay queue, but using types that we know of, values that we know. So this just being a type ID. This is type ID of what? I'm guessing these are entity IDs. Let's see, where do we insert into linked timeouts? Linked timeout self. Insert, yeah, entity ID. Let's mark that. Future queue. UE of entity ID. Okay, that will help. So we want to do that for each of them, don't we? Load actor. Remove. Load actor dot. Oh, come on. I need to clone that, probably. Remove for that. Huh. Okay, what did we have on delay queue? We have insert and we have remove. That looks like the right remove. Okay, what's different here? Delay queue, UUID. Those look identical. What's wrong? Huh. Is that not public? That's a public function. I guess T has to have all of those things, which I thought UUID had. We're able to insert. Say that's a borrowed T. Let's do a cargo check on that. Consider borrowing here. Okay, yep, we just changed that. Let's make sure we're borrowing. Oh, that's in load actor. Oh, yeah, that's where we are. That's good. What? Load actor 179 or 178. Oh, load actor 34. Oh, there it is. I see. So the result of removing them from the linked timeouts actually determines if they are reconnecting or not. That's good. I didn't see that before. Go and select actor. That's right, we want the return type to be the same. Okay, I lost my train of thought. So going back into here with load actor, we want both branches reconnect and first connect to return the same type. Going to load actor. Okay, we don't have to do that anymore. That's already done. That's right, that got me confused. So we do that. Set player zone and connection. Good, we're reassociating their connection ID with the zone, etc. So we get the player zone out of data. That's right, we just dropped their connection before, didn't we? Does that seem right? Like, why? It almost seems like we should be getting this out of ECS instead. They should be completely out of the data structure. When I say data, I mean this one here. That data structure. So when somebody goes linked add, go look at linked add real quick. I want to see, are they still in that space? Yeah. Back up to the top, search for data. Okay, remove the connection, data structures, good. Player zone. So we remove them from player zone and send to the zone. Interesting. This doesn't actually remove them from it, though. There's our outline. Remove player zone and connections. We should probably be doing that. What's that do? Entity to zone and zone to entities, which are the two data structures we have to clear out. Okay, let's see. Why isn't this commented out? Who else is using this? Lib. Start tick. Oh, I see. When somebody goes link dead, no, that shouldn't be happening here. ECS, yes, not data, because they should already be removed from data. Yeah, and that's the other place in that file. That's fine. Which means that if we go back into link dead here, after we're done with them, do we only need zone ID out of there? It looks like it. So if we do something like this, data write await, what does it actually return to us? Because if it's the zone ID, that's perfect. Interesting, just the connection. I think I'd rather have the zone ID. Neighbor sent me a link to some of the virus data stuff. He is all very unbothered about this stuff. I have to admit I am too, especially when I get towards like the end of the day. It wears at me. I'll try to make this a non-virus stream. Remove players under connections, yes. So optionally this would have zone ID. Remove expect player has a zone. There's move should be in the zone they are moving out of. Expect.remove. Get mutable. Entry and we remove it. I see. I think that's a type ID. remove. Okay. That's good there. This, I think, yes, here, this is a little bit different now. What are we doing here? What is this one? Packet sender. Set player location. Oh, we're moving them between zones. So we do a remove, and then we do a set. This here, because we are now returning the old zone ID. What does set player and connection want? They want the connection ID instead of the, oh, I see. Do we not have the connection? Guess we could just require it up here. They might not have it though. Oh, bummer. Yeah, let's undo those changes. Yeah, that's back to normal. Set player zone and connection. And then go back. Okay, here we go. Removing them. Okay, fine. You know what? We could return both pieces of information actually from this. Connection equals that. And this will instead be a zone ID and connection. What is a connection actually? Okay, let's set a marker here to figure out what a connection type is. Oh, it's connection ID. Okay. There we go. And now here we have zone ID or old zone ID, last zone, along with connection. Player should already have a zone. Packet sender, yes. I don't think we actually changed the behavior of the panicking there that could happen, because it would have panicked right there instead of inside of the function. And this packet sender is now connection. Good. Yes, this is not used. We don't need it anywhere. Just leave it off the stack. Like that. All right. So now we have zone ID and whatever their connection is. So this one's actually the opposite. Actually, there's zone. Oh, that's fine. Self.data.write await remove. FI metric center in the scope or entity ID. And that should be a reference. And this, oh, it doesn't like that. Expect struct blah. Oh, I got it the wrong way. When we're removing, we do not need a clone. There we go. Now for metric center. Wow. All right, so self.metric center. That works. We remove them there. Send the disconnect. Everybody. Good. That's better. Now back to load actor. Load actor reconnect. So in this case, we're reading the zone out of there. Should not be getting the zone out of data, which is why we went through and cleaned that up. Data should be clean at this point. If you're reconnecting, you're not inside of data or game master data, whatever that thing's called. Actually, let's go look on ECS. I was choking my water a little moment ago. You would think by like adulthood, people would know how to drink water without choking. I guess many people probably do that just fine. Whatever reason, I failed. I'd say normally my percentage is pretty good on drinking water. Should have one of those little calendar things, days since last choking on water incident. Okay, let's go look at ECS. And what does ECS have for us? We want the location or zone or something out of here think we call it location in this case. So we give the entity ID and we get a location object back. Location has position info, should also have zone info in it. Yeah, zone and position. And then this zone then has an ID that we can get. If there's a dungeon or a building, those are to be determined. So, entity location. Oh, is that locked or something? Do we need to do, whatever. Entity location, let's give it the actor. Is that panic? It does have a result, okay. I wonder if we should map that to this internal error thing. Maybe not. Let's see. Location is equal to that. Let zone ID equals location dot zone dot ID. It exists, yes. There it is. Zone ID. Okay. Okay, now ECS is probably in some sort of lock. So yeah, we have a arc RW lock on that. Oh, is that the same as data? It is. Let's see, do we really need... No, that can be a reference. That's nice. That's a good change. All right, let's see. Why does that need to be mutable? Oh, because metric center is mutable. Player zone's not used. Just comment that out for underscore for a bit. That's good. Cool. The test isn't going to work yet because in load actor we didn't validate that the return was correct. Load actor reconnect. We get your information. We do all this stuff. But we don't actually tell you that you reconnected, do we? Status callback. Oh, there we go. That should work. I don't know. Let's try. Because here in Game Master tests, where was it? Oh, server test link dead. Call select actor. Select actor. Is it in here? No. I guess it is. It is select actor. Because it is waiting for a callback. So we send a message, a load actor, check that they change us to the right channel, then we expect that they send us a callback success. Oh, interesting. Panicked at player should not yet have a location. It's 1A, so alright. Why is that? Set player initial location in data. Yes. Who references this? Oh, no references for that? One place in load actor. Okay, so it went down the wrong path. This is load actor connect. It should have gone the other way. Oh, I see. They weren't in linked at timeouts. Wonder if there's a timing issue there. Do we get the same result if we run that again? Oh, no, it's consistent. Loading entity. Actor is reconnecting false, and this should be after the thing. Yep, there's the A's. Oh yes, it should be reconnecting at that point. I'm so happy that these tests are going in. It's going to be able to, it's going to make it so that we can make faster changes. LinkedIn timeouts. Load actor. So over here, what did we remove? Oh, it was the data stuff. That's right. That's fine. There we go. Remove connection. Updating LinkedIn timeout. So we should have seen this over here. All the way up here. Log in. Connection ID 9. This is the reconnect. In here, it should have said something about updating LinkedIn timeouts. And this is all like setting up the actor stuff up there, the load actor connect. And we save their island data, fine. And then here, do remove connection. 8. We didn't get our LinkedIn timeout code called. What happened to it? It should have come in here. Should have been here. Packet kind we should have seen for this. Packet kind is what? 254? 255? And we see kind here is 26, kind 25. Then remove connection. Ooh, this is exciting. Museum's bringing Shaken Bot over. Oh, nice. Likes Museum more than me. All right. Where's our filter? Our filter is going to be in game, no, server. Run game master. I want to see a log for this here. I want to see that we're actually getting this, that point. Okay, warn there. Let's also go back over to where we process those in Game Master. Make that easier to see too. Oh, that's the entire viewers command? Take a look. Oh, that's really nice. 40 lines, nicely formatted. Wow. I like that his template thing is I like it. I like the template thing and how he uses enumerations. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Receive data, incoming message, stream ID 9. Interesting. I mean, what was the text I added? Server. We just say disconnect somewhere. There's no disconnect message. Is the test wrong? Look at link dead. Send disconnected. The gameplay should create the account and get us all the way in there. Right? And then send disconnected here. And disconnected with reason, graceful, await. The same stream. I wonder if we're not changing stream somehow. Gameplay should let us select actor. Waits that. Don't delete that. Yeah, we await the channel change. We should be in the game channel at that point. Check that our status callback is good. Fine. We should be in the right channel. That's so strange. I see none of that in there. Incoming message for 8. Writing kind. And then we load the actor. Should be fine. Interesting. Gonna go back a little bit. There we go. So it's either that this isn't matching something else here. Or there's something else going on. Because we're not getting this here. Let's see. Let's just toss on a debug there. Should be runnable by other people. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's very cool. That's cool. Let's see. Now that I've finished choking on my water, I'm going to pour some tea. I find choking on hot tea is often better than choking on hot water. Or just water. Up the stakes. I don't think I ever choke on tea. Be careful. It's hot. There we go. Oh, that's strange. Why isn't debug doing anything? That should be saved. That really nothing? It doesn't even look like Game Master is getting any packets. That should have been in here. See, this is getting stuff. Why isn't it printing out these messages? Did I get no capture set up wrong? Yes, no capture. That looks right to me. And if I... Okay, it doesn't understand that. Strange. I don't know why it's not behaving well. Either something's out of sync, either the editor of the file system or isn't loud enough somehow. I think we've got some good changes in here.
You say it's all my fault, I walked away from it all those memories haunting our fall. A single life has come at the right time. I gave you a chance to treat me right. I'm a blank
Wow, it's taking a sweet time. Gotta be kidding. Why so many? Nomad, good morning. Yeah, that should have been kind of noisy. I'm a little disturbed that packets aren't actually coming in here. All right. Oh, there it is. There it is, right there. Coming packet. How many of those did we get? Not too many. I'm a little surprised that disconnected is not coming in. It definitely should. So let's check an auth. I had not validated this. And auth also has a process function, etc., right? It also has a filter that happens before it. Now, in server lib, go to run auth. You'll be able to see the same sort of thing. And here we have stream connected. We don't do anything. Stream disconnected. We do nothing. Disconnected. We do something. This should be happening in a number of the tests. Print line. Okay. No capture. Can I grab that? You know what? Brad, I think I'll have to wrap this up tomorrow. I think we've kind of gotten to the point where we're figuring out what's going on. The disconnected messages do not appear to be coming in correctly. So, we're looking at that tomorrow. Gotta get inside. Coffee time. Finish up that as we're seeing what that does. Auth disconnected. It is in there. Okay. What's happening there? It just wasn't happening for Game Master for some reason. All right. Well, yeah, I gotta get going. So we're gonna raid Museum. Museum's been a great Rust mentor to me, and I know he doesn't need the raids, but that's fun. So until next time, y'all. Bye bye.